We continue to track Maria as it heads towards northern Japan today. Now a tropical storm after some dry air and shear just interacting with it, which no surprise at this latitude off here, and as it comes onshore towards the Tohoku region over the upcoming weekend. Still going to be some messy weather for sure there and even over towards Hokkaido. Meanwhile, actually in the Kanto region of Japan here, we had a 5.1 magnitude earthquake earlier today, definitely putting a lot of people on edge, especially following that advisory from the Japan Meteorological Agency. I've never seen something like this. Still going back to it, the mega quake advisory. They're saying there is that increased chance as we look ahead over the course of the upcoming days of a large earthquake somewhere along the Nankai Trough. Definitely going to continue to watch that, but I'm here talking about meteorology, so you want to make sure you check back in with JMA for the latest information on what could be happening with that. I hope nothing does, though. All right, so taking a look at our water vapor imagery, you know what? We do have basically continuing with this big old monsoonal trough extending across the Philippines back towards the Ogasawara Islands. Of course, our storm system, Maria, right there, pushing off towards the north. Expected to move onshore. It's a kind of a tropical storm, decent little rainmaker for the Tohoku region. Definitely going to see some gusty conditions along the coast, but reality is this far north, they get winter storms stronger than this during January, February, and December. So it's not unheard of to see winds, 50, 60, 70 kilometers per hour, but definitely a little bit of out of season. That's a key thing. Plus, you're going to be looking at heavy rainfall in the mountains there of the northern Japanese Alps. Could cause a bit of flooding. Also, we're looking on the heels of that. Could even have another storm system develop as well in its wake, and I'll show you more on that in just a second, but you can kind of see it on the bottom part of the screen kind of building its way in out here towards Tohoku, and that's all part of this monsoonal trough, just feeding one storm after another. Looking at the rainfall totals, though, 50, maybe 150 millimeters there into northeastern areas of Tohoku, just north of Sendai. Here on your Sunday, though, Kumamoto dry. Good news, recovering after that earthquake to 7.1 magnitude on Thursday. As our storm system comes back in towards the north, Sendai, a lot of rainfall there for you, maybe now towards Aomori Prefecture, including Misawa. Sapporo will be sheltered most from it, but the east coast is going to be looking at some decent precip. All right, how about the bigger picture? There goes our first storm. We could be seeing a secondary low rate in there trying to develop and loop back towards the west, kind of retrograde towards the coastline of Japan. Plus, we got another low rate in there trying to develop along our monsoonal trough, which could head out towards Tokyo. This one actually could get named by the latter part of this upcoming week. In very similar path, very similar impacts, just depends on the location, as we're seeing here with Maria. So, along the coastline of Japan, it's not over yet. And then we also still have the inflow with this still going to continue to impact areas back here towards south and west, including Taiwan, extending towards northwestern areas of Manila as well. And it's just this multiple waves of tropical moisture running along this monsoonal trough, which continues to dominate the weather forecast. Decent waves out here, too. If you're a surfer in the northern Mariana Islands, I think you're getting some good surf coming in from the east, even the west coast of the Philippines as well, where you do have that southwest monsoon, also known as the Habagat, continuing to dominate out here. So, and not quite like what we've seen a few weeks ago, but still definitely an increase in that precipitation along the west coast of the Philippines. So talking about our storm in Japan, talking about the rainfall in the Philippines, Guam, at least you're getting a little bit of break, but I noticed you had some pretty decent localized areas of precipitation. Actually, a flood advisory was issued here yesterday. Look at our forecast for Sunday, a flyover for the Philippines, afternoon showers and thunderstorms pretty much dominate. Cool spot on the map, I love it. Agno, 29, but look at Baguio, 24 only. That's comfortable. Outside of the rain, it would be really comfortable. If you want to go to the heat, head out to Isabela and Cagayan. Temperatures into the mid to high 30s there for you. All right, just showed the graphic here just a moment ago, but big shout out to our Patreon members who continue to support this channel. I can't stress enough how grateful I am to you guys. So if you want to support the channel, you just really want to help me out personally, check out our Patreon. Link is down below. All right, that's enough for talking about what's going on out here today. If you have questions, so let me know. Number one thing, as always, is stay safe out there, friends. Have a good day.